Last weekend, I joined a group of local hunters on a tough climb into the mountains, where wild boars have been multiplying and spreading fear. They've torn up farmland and lurked around homes like shadows in the forest. We couldn't just stand by and watch. It was time to act before things got out of hand. At dawn, with mist still clinging to the hills, we slung our rifles over our shoulders and quietly made our way toward a hill about 15 minutes from the village. Weeds bent beneath the tires, gravel crunched underfoot. From the hillside, we started climbing. The slope was steep and slippery, but no one fell behind. Just as we reached midway, a sudden rustling broke the silence. Leaves crackling, a snort we all recognized. There they were, wild boars, dark and glossy, hiding behind the brush. I pressed my eye to the scope, tracking every heavy step of the boar. As its whole body came into view, I steadied my shotgun and pulled the trigger. The shot cracked through the quiet morning air. The boar dropped like a sack of stone. That was the first shot of the day. I quickly moved to a nearby thicket. Perfect spot to watch the whole forest ahead. More boars came charging through, panicked and scattered. I stayed calm, waited for the right moment, then pulled the trigger again. With each shot, another boar hit the ground.
A few hours later.
With the sun high overhead, I quietly shifted position, following the slope until I found a high spot overlooking the ravine below. From there, I had a clear view of every movement. The herd was still on the move, unaware of the danger closing in. Suddenly, a large boar broke away from the group, walking slowly on its own. I took a deep breath, adjusted my aim, and pulled the trigger. The shot rang out, the beast didn't drop. Wounded and startled, it bolted. I knew one mistake, and it would get away. Without hesitation, I fired again. The bullet hit square between the eyes. It crashed to the ground, heavy and final, ending a breathless chase.
Huh?
What are you doing?
But the hunt wasn't over yet. Just when we thought things were under control, we spotted deep tracks pressed into the damp soil. Signs of massive boar, easily weighing over 600 pounds. This wasn't just any wild hog. It was the true leader of the herd. The whole group went silent. The toughest showdown was still ahead. We came face to face with it at the edge of the forest. The giant boar stood still, breathing heavily, eyes dark and watchful. Then, without warning, it spun around and charged straight at us. I flinched but quickly pulled the trigger, aiming right at its weak spot. Gunshots echoed through the mountains. After several clean hits, the beast finally crashed to the ground. We knew taking down the leader was a turning point, but the hunt wasn't over. Shadows still moved deep within the woods. Following the tracks in the soil, we made our way to another hill. In the stillness, a lone wild boar suddenly stepped into view. I quietly adjusted my aim, kept my breathing steady, and pulled the trigger. The bullet struck it clean in the neck. It dropped without a sound. By the time the sun dipped behind the mountain, we had taken down 6 boars, including one that weighed over 600 pounds. Exhausted but proud, none of us could hide the fire in our eyes. The hunt wasn't just a test of strength and strategy against the wild. It was a journey that proved our unity, courage, and sense of duty in the face of the dangers lurking deep in the mountains. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you won't miss our next adventure.